Laser sights are an essential firearms training tool, clearly correcting and improving the two most important shooting fundamentals, aiming and trigger control. Crimson Trace, making laser sights standard equipment. Learn more at crimsontrace.com.
This is Tom Gresham's Gun Talk, now available on iTunes and other podcast clients, and on the free GunDealio smartphone app for iPhone and Android. Feel free to call Tom now at 1-TOM-TALK-GUN or 866-825-5486, or email tom@guntalk.com. Now, once again, here's Tom.
Yeah, I was going to say it's that time of year, but it's always the time of year for cleaning guns. Cleaning guns used to be kind of a nasty piece of business. It's weird. Way back it wasn't, and then it became that because of some of the chemicals that became popular, and now it's not necessary to do that anymore, to use those nasty chemicals. We're joined right now because I want to talk about cool stuff for gun cleaning. Michele Makucevich joins us. She's been on the show a number of times. She's a competitive shooter. She is a shooting coach, and she is the queen of gun cleaning. Hey, Michele.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. You shooting these days, or are you just working?
No. Summers are all about rifle matches, car shows, and dealer events. So I did nationals and going out there in my cars and hitting dealer event after dealer event.
So you're driving around with gun cleaner stuff and guns in your car so you can go talk gun cleaning and also shoot matches.
Absolutely. Hey, my first car was a 67 Plymouth Barracuda, and I bought it because I could fit my rifle case in either direction in it.
All right, so you're into cars as well. So what is your cool car now?
Well, I don't have any that aren't cool, but I have a 67 Plymouth Barracuda I've had since 85, a 57 Thunderbird that my dad got when I was 5, and he promised it to me, and let me take it when I was 40 because he wanted me to enjoy it with the kids. And so he still wishes he had kept it, I think. But those are the coolest ones. Wow.
Well, you know that just on the basis of you being a shooter and a shooting coach and having cool guns, you're going to get like a bunch of marriage proposals out of this.
Well, I'm pretty set where I'm at.
Yeah, that's gonna be news to the family, isn't it?
Oh my goodness.
All right, let's talk Slip 2000. You guys, the Slip 2000 guys, just have some really cool products. I mean, we've talked about them a lot. I am just a huge fan of the products for the lubrication, but also I got to tell you, as much as anything, down here in the steamy South, where we're always sweating all over our guns, being able to protect them from corrosion and not get my sweaty, nasty, oily fingerprints all over them.
Oh, absolutely. Really, during the summer, my summer hint would be get our gun wipes, because those are no muss, no fuss, take up no room whatsoever. I feel like I've kind of graduated in different points in my life from carrying diaper wipes to gun wipes. So the gun wipes are awesome, because they're impregnated with our gun lube, which is a synthetic lubricant, as you know. So it's going to clean, it's going to lubricate, it's going to preserve, and it's going to, all that nasty humidity, protect from rust. It's really nice. They're quick, they're clean, they're disposable, easy to carry.
For those who don't know, the gun wipe, if you think about it like as a handy wipe, as the tear open package where you pull out the little thing, you wipe your hands with it to clean them after you've had, lobsters or something, or barbecue. That's the kind of, and actually you could do that after you have barbecue with your gun wipes, but I don't know, I would.
Yeah, I'll stick with them for the guns. The cool thing is they're large enough that if you wanted, you can clean your whole AR with it. Oh. So you could even just rip off a little piece and throw it through as a patch, and you could clean everything out there out in the field, and all you're carrying is just a tiny little package.
This sounds very much like somebody who cleans guns after she shoots and says, hey, what if I tear off a piece of this and use it as a patch?
Yeah, pretty much, because I don't want to have to carry more than I have to. It was enough gear with rifle. I should have taken a pistol, but I'm jealous of those guys.
The other thing is the gun wipes. In fact, it's really weird that you said that. I had a friend of mine who I'm going to be hunting deer with in October. He said, well, do you ever carry like a an oily rag and a Ziploc bag when you go hunting and all. And I'm not kidding. I sent him a link to the gun wipes. I said, that's what you put in your gun case when you go hunting.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So,
and we do have the ones that are on the actual cloths. We have gun cloths for those that want the upscale version.
Okay.
But I'm kind of the quick and dirty gun wipe person myself.
Sure, that'll work. Okay, so what else you got new that's cool these days?
Well, we have our small poly tubes. Now, a lot of folks may have seen these because we have over 50 manufacturers that use us in their manufacturing process, or they'll put our little poly tubes in with their guns when they ship them. Right. And what we've been doing is using those little poly tubes for years, handing those out to all of our retailers to give away to their customers, to give them a chance to kind of try Slip 2000. Okay. And what has happened is that everybody said, those are perfect, man. So we need to have access to be able to purchase those little tiny tubes. Oh. So now you can go online and you can get them at slip2000.com at our web store. But I thought I'd just send you into some of our retailers. So if you go to slip2000.com, you could find some retailers near you. We have them listed by state. But if they don't have it at your local gun store, I mean, just tell them, call Michele at Slip 2000. She gives away free stuff. She'll send all of these little poly tubes, so you could buy them online, but you could go into your local gun store and you can just get one for free too.
Okay, so if you're a gun store and you don't have these, you just call Michele at Slip 2000 and you will send them so that they'll have enough in their store just to give them away to their customers.
Absolutely. We want people to be able to try it. I mean, I'm pretty good at sales, but the product sells itself, so I'd rather just hand it to somebody and say, here, try this, then we'll talk.
Okay, all right, I am not making this up. 4 feet from where I'm sitting is my camera case, and it has at least 6 of these little tubes of Slip 2000 in it, because whenever I'm shooting pictures, I am around guns. And I will tell you, and you know what we do. I mean, we do all the TV stuff, and we get all these guns in, and sometimes they come in dry, and sometimes they come in dirty, and we just pick them up, and they have to work. And when we have a problem, I am not kidding you, I will just pop open a Slip 2000, put a few drops here and there, rack the slide a few times, get it working, and we can get almost anything to work that way.
I give away a lot of mine to some of the other manufacturing reps. And, I mean, there's nothing worse for them than to demonstrate a gun that malfunctions.
Sure.
So we give malfunctions the slip, pun intended.
All right. I'm looking on your website. You also got something I had not seen before. You got some manuals. Call it the Do Everything Manual, disassembly manuals for Glock, Benelli, M1 Super 90, and the AR-15. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. We've had those online for a little bit. Don't really have. Well, I can't say that they're not in the stores, but I think I see them more online. The other thing that's new is our cleaning kits. We came out with those right about the time of SHOT Show, and we've been doing very well with them. A lot of folks, that if they're, especially, we've gotten so many new shooters in the last maybe 2 years.
Right.
And these new folks, as they're starting off, they need to have some kind of cleaning kit. And so our cleaning kits provide everything they need. So it's great for their bug-out bag or their range bag, and we've been doing very well with those. We have them for pistol as well as rifle and shotgun. Yeah,
so if you don't know what to get, just get the kit. Now you got everything you need.
Absolutely. And it has all of our lubricant in it and our cleaning, cleaner degreaser in it, everything that you might want to care for your firearm.
Something I want to point out, and I mentioned earlier something about skin oil. People have different levels of acid in their skin oil. I have deadly fingerprints. I don't know what it is, but I got a lot of acid. If I don't take care of my guns, if I get a fingerprint on it, it will absolutely etch into the finish, which is one of those deals of, it's not just fingerprints, is it? Actually, you can cause rust or corrosion in a gun.
Oh, just your sweat. When if you're out there and you're shooting in the sun and you're dripping on things, your sweat blood is corrosive, too, if you end up biting yourself with it. So it's nice to have something on hand you could wipe away all the blood, sweat, and tears.
Okay, now that's spoken like somebody who has done a lot of shooting when some gun part has pinched you somewhere, and now you're bleeding all over your own gun, right?
Yeah, it's very, very disrupting. Hot brass is disrupting, too.
Yeah, there you go. It's all disrupting.
Certain matches you do not shoot in shorts or tank tops.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, we won't go there. Okay. All right. So the website obviously is SLIP2000. It's SLIP and the number 2000.com. You can go there. If you're a gun store, get these little tubes. You can hand them out. And if you would like to have some of these to take with you, just look. Those are online at the store, too, I gather.
They are. You can get them in packages of 10 or 5, depending which one you're getting.
Perfect. Like I say, I've got some in my glove compartment, in my console of my truck, in my range bag, and my camera bag. I go everywhere with these things. Michele, thank you so much. Always a pleasure.
All right. Thanks so much. Have a good one.
You take care. Michele, you can tell that woman is a shooter. All right. Open lines for you. 866-TALK-GUN. Got any gun cleaning stories? Be right back.
Double Tap Ammunition, loaded with quality components, hand-inspected, and made in the U.S., offering 481 loads in 82 calibers. Find your next shot at DoubleTapAmmo.net. DoubleTapAmmo.net.
There's only one place where you can buy that firearm you've always wanted and turn it into your very own. That place is Brownells.com. Now offering a huge selection of firearms from all your favorite brands. Brownells is the spot to buy online. When you're choosing your gun, be sure to look over the enormous selection of parts, accessories, ammo, and more to make that firearm your masterpiece. Brownells.com. Serious about firearms.
Perhaps more than any other landscape, wetlands embody the life-giving abundance that nature has to offer. And perhaps more than any other organization, Ducks Unlimited is working to ensure that our continent's wetlands not only survive, but thrive for generations well beyond this one. The time is now to band together. The time is now to rescue our wetlands.
Are you looking for a place to shoot? The National Shooting Sports Foundation has a great website called wheretoshoot.org. It's the largest database of shooting ranges on the internet. It's also a great resource for shooters where you can find video tips, printable targets, and a lot more. Find it online at wheretoshoot.org. And while you're there, download their free iPhone app. That's wheretoshoot.org.
If you're like me, you don't have money to burn, but you still want to buy guns, ammo, and accessories. That's why we created GunDealio. That's a free, yes, a free smartphone app. Just download it and start getting the deals. Could be discounts, offers of free magazines for your gun, or you could be the first to hear about new stuff from gun makers. Here's how it works. With GunDealio on your phone, you get alerts when you enter a gun store. Special deals, you know. You don't have to do a thing. It'll do a lot of other cool things, like let you watch gun videos and listen to Gun Talk podcast. Plus, check it anytime for hundreds of deals and offers. Getting more while spending less. Smart, huh? GunDealio. Made in America. Gluten-free. At the App Store and Google Play or GunDealio.com.
Colt National Match Ammunition, manufactured by Double Tap, is specially developed for performance and accuracy. Real match ammo, designed with competition power factors in mind. Colt National Match Ammunition by Double Tap Ammo. Available in stores now.
All right, straight to the phones. Eric's on 3 out of Wichita with a follow-up range report for us. Hey, Eric, you had that Smith 929. Was that the Jerry Mitchell revolver?
Yes, and I've actually run enough rounds down the barrel. I know I need to get me a moon clip loader and unloader because my thumbs are sore.
Yeah, you better get that.
Yeah, what a sweet shooting gun. That double action trigger is. I've never shot a single action. I don't really do that with a revolver, but oh my gosh, it's best trigger I've
you can't even talk about it. You're so in love with this thing.
But it's usually when I get a gun, I'm talking to my gunsmith about doing trigger upgrades. I'm big on the PRPs, on XDMs, and so on. And I'm not talking to anybody about it on this one for a while. I think firearms-centered got it right.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. And then having all that weight out there, shooting 9mm, that thing's got to be just hang on target for you.
Just doesn't really rise. It's amazing how fast you can reacquire and shoot. And with that trigger, it's a stable platform, and that trigger is so nice. People thinking you're shooting semi-auto fast when they're standing next to you. It's nice. It's great.
So what you're saying is you're channeling your inner Jerry Michalik.
I don't think I've quite got there yet. If he's in there, I'd like to find him. And something else I've seen in the Smith, it's on my watch list, is the 610 revolver.
Oh.
That's a 10mm.
10mm,
I'm a big 10 fan.
Oh, okay.
And it looks like they're expensive and all sold. So that'll be my next gun show watch list.
Yeah, and you might check Gun Broker or someplace like that. But yeah, those are kind of sought after. People love those. And of course, now I'm going to throw this thought out too. If you like the 10 in a revolver, then you might want to look at a 41.
41 mag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically the same
I've got 2
thing.
Guns I need to buy.
Yeah, you need to buy one of those too. That's right. I'll help you out here. You know what?
Thanks a lot.
You absolutely have to go buy one of those. Now you have permission.
Okay. I'm enabled.
All right, there you go. Listen, appreciate the call. I appreciate the follow-up. You take care. Bill's in Oregon on 4. Bill, are you putting a gun away? What's going on here?
Yeah, I've got an inherited 1894 model Winchester, and I was wondering the best way to store it. It's not really been stored correctly in the past. I just like to prep it and store it for long term. Sure.
Where in Oregon are you? You're on the wet side or on the dry side?
Dry side.
Okay, better. Not going to be as much of an issue. I would say, first of all, I want to make sure the inside of the barrel, the bore, is clean. We want to make sure there's no unburnt or burnt powder in there because that will absorb moisture. So clean the barrel. And then run, and of course, because of what it is, you're going to have to clean that from the muzzle. So just be careful with that. Run a patch through with a good gun oil. I would use that Slip 2000. I think it's really good in terms of protecting the barrel so it doesn't rust. And then just wipe down the outside. Same deal. I would use the Slip 2000 again. Wipe it down all over, all the metal parts. Are you going to shoot it at all, or is it going into really multi-year, long-term storage?
Multi-year. I don't think I'm going to shoot it. It's an heirloom. It's a family heirloom.
Sure. It would be perfectly fine after you do that to store it in a safe. If you have a gun safe, I don't think you have to put anything in the barrel or dry rod or anything else. I would just take it out once a year and wipe it down again just because. And also by doing that, you get a chance to hold it again, which is always a fun thing to do.
Right.
But that's about it. It's not an involved deal. If you were in a wetter climate, I would encourage you to wipe it down twice a year. But if you're on the dry side in the high desert of Oregon, then that's not going to be an issue.
Okay, great. Now, I'm going to have the safe in the garage, and I probably should have a dehumidifier in it, correct? I would put one of those goldenrod type dehumidifiers in there just to keep it a little bit warm. It basically uses no electricity to speak of. That's a good way to go. The goldenrod?
Goldenrod is the brand name, but it's just one of those, it's a rod that you plug in. Now, that will only work if your safe came with a plug on the inside of the safe so that you can plug that in. If you don't have that, then use some dehumidifier packages or go to the Brownells website, BROWNELLS, brownells.com. And they have a lot of dehumidifiers, but they've got the coolest thing called vapor barrier chips or vapor barrier wafers. And they look like little Triscuits or Wheat Thins or something, and you scatter those around inside the safe, and they emit a gas that prevents rust. Coolest thing ever. I'm a big fan of those. So that's a good way to go also. Look, I appreciate that. Let's see here. We're going to, Joe, almost same thing in line 2 out of Virginia. Hey, you're doing long-term storage also, Joe. What you doing?
Yes, sir. I'm long of tooth, and I have, quite a bit of ammo that will outlast me, and I want to leave it and keep it correctly. Okay. What could you tell me to do?
Ammo is a lot easier to take care of, frankly. The real issues with ammo are humidity and heat and humidity. If you keep ammo in a place where you would be comfortable, like inside a house somewhere or someplace that's air conditioned, it will last essentially indefinitely. I mean, 50 years is easy. So there's really nothing else you need to do.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, you take care. I appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, we got a little bit of time here. Bill is South Georgia on 1. Bill, talk to me.
Yes, Tom. Quick story. A couple years back, I was carrying open in Georgia. Mm-hmm. Went into a store, and a gentleman behind the store was talking to me about different types of open carry, concealed. And at the time I was carrying open, I had my shirt in my back. And when I went to, this is a 2-part story almost real quick, but I pulled the shirt out, and the holster and gun fell out and fell on the floor. Oh, second part of the story is I don't carry it around in the chamber due to that fact, and if someone was to take the weapon, I don't want them to have a round chambered if they was to take it.
Okay. Well, if you carried concealed and you had a good belt, the belt would take care of the holster falling off, and conceal would pretty much eliminate somebody taking the gun. Carrying openly is an invitation for somebody to snatch your gun out. Why carry openly?
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. In the past, I did. Now okay. I try and keep it concealed.
I got you. Yep. That's a great point, and I appreciate that. Yeah, when you open carry, you are inviting someone to try to snatch your gun. In fact, I would offer this. If you are determined to open carry your handgun, I would offer that it would be a really good idea to use a retention holster, something where you have to push a button, although I really don't like some of those, or some form of retention. So, you got to be careful with those suckers. Use a good one, okay? All right, 866-TALK-GUN. When we come back, we're going to be talking about recalls and upgrades.
Gun Talk encourages you to support the local sporting goods store, gun stores, ATV dealers, and other local businesses in your area who advertise on this station and Gun Talk. Only together can we protect our rights. You're listening to Washington Times opinion page regular contributor Tom Gresham.
And again, we're talking about guns and gun safety because, of course, this is Gun Talk, and we're the good guys and gals. We're the ones who use and own guns, carry guns responsibly and safely. As I often say, the ones you don't hear a lot about. It's the old deal of you never get to some place and say, hey, all my tires stayed up this time. But if you have a flat tire, you sure talk about that. So the aberration is the one that the news tends to focus on. Just my thoughts on that. One of the things I'm proud of, to be part of tangentially the firearms industry, I'm not a gun maker, don't sell guns, but I hang around a lot of people who do. I like the responsible way that gun companies handle issues and problems because they want them to be right. Simple. I mean, really is as simple as that. Joining me right now is a good friend of ours, been here a lot. I've done a lot of TV with him. We've done some hunts together. Mark Gurney joins us from Ruger. Hey, Mark, how's your day?
Very well, Tom. And how are you, sir?
I am well. Ruger, of course, monster company, and one that I did not hear about, didn't know it was there, but you guys issued a product safety bulletin for some rifles. What's going on here?
Yeah, it's for our Ruger Precision rifle. It's obviously a very popular rifle, one we're very proud of. Mm-hmm. And the bulletin, we don't want to use the term recall because we're not pulling guns back.
Right.
And, of course, we're always concerned about everyone's safety. No one wants to see anyone get hurt ever. That's the driving thing.
Sure.
But what we found out is it's almost a mathematical possibility of interference between the bolt shroud and the cocking piece. So what can happen is you can cock the gun, and the cocking piece kind of gets hung up. And you press the trigger, maybe you get a light strike, maybe nothing happens at all. Mm-hmm. And in a very rare occasion, if you lift the bolt handle, then the striker releases.
Oh.
So that's a pretty profound kind of event there. But on the good side is it's super, super rare. Okay. And in fact, it's so rare, we have a hard time replicating it. So we get a report of one gun that has it, and then we go and we look at it. We can't make it do it again. But we dig into it, we find out, well, the numbers say it could happen, so we decided to issue the bulletin.
Okay.
But part of the bulletin that I hope everyone understands is that if you've had a gun that has light primer strikes or, basically a click, no bang, right? Mm-hmm. We'll just sign up on our Ruger.com /RPR safety, and we'll send you a new bolt shroud that has plenty of clearance, and it's very easy to change out, and it's all good. But if you had a gun that's had, go ahead.
No, I was going to say your cell's dropping out a little bit, so I just want to cover that. If you had a Ruger precision rifle, you've had light strikes or failures to fire, you guys will send them a new bolt shroud, and they can just put it on and be good to go. Is that what I'm hearing?
Exactly correct, right.
Okay.
So it's Ruger.com /RPR safety.
Okay.
And it's a quick and very easy way to get a new bolt shroud. But the fact is, most guns don't have this problem. I mean, most guns. We have to work hard to find one.
Okay.
And so if you've had 100 rounds for your gun without any light primer strikes, you're fine. There's no reason to worry about it any further.
Oh.
So we really didn't think we'd get all that many people signing up, and many do, and if they're concerned, that's fine. But I think a lot of people think, well, I just might as well get one. But if you've already shot your gun, let's say 100 rounds, and never a problem, then there's no problem. There's plenty of clearance in there.
Okay.
And I would just add on, as somebody who likes to shoot, if you have a nice precision rifle and you haven't shot at 100 rounds, well, shame on you.
What's wrong with you?
We'll get some trigger time, right?
Okay, so if you have a Ruger precision rifle and it's already been shot 100 times, you've had no issues, just go and send no more. You're fine to go. If you've had any light primer strikes, then contact Ruger. It's Ruger.com /RPR safety. Now, here's the other question. What if you have one that you have not fired at all?
Well, then you might as well sign up and get the shroud.
Sure, why not?
Right? Yeah, exactly. It's easy enough to do. What we want to do is make sure everyone gets the shroud, but we don't want to get everyone worried about it, especially if you've already shot your gun.
Okay.
So
okay, good deal.
Make it simple, make it easy, and if you get any concerns at all, just get the new shroud. But if the gun's been shooting well, then keep going.
I'm assuming that if they get the new shroud, it's no cost to them.
No, not at all.
Yeah, no cost to the consumer. Yeah.
No, not at all. You just sign up. We pop it in the mail to you, and it's very easy to swap out. But we've had some people that didn't feel comfortable swapping out their bolt shroud, so they're sending us the bolt. We'll take care of that too. It's easy enough to do, but we can take care of it.
Sure.
We like happy customers.
Ruger.com /RPR for Ruger Precision Rifle, RPR safety. Right. All right, now let me switch on you. 10 millimeter 1911. How's that thing running? Because that is, that's a sweetheart.
I waited so long to get that one out, and the more I shoot it, the more I like it. And it seems as if a lot of people are thinking the way I think, because it's selling well, and we're starting to get hate mail because people can't find one. So we're making more.
That's when you know you did it right.
Yeah, exactly. And it is such a smooth shot. I think you and I have talked. I have a number of 10 millimeter pistols, and this one is the smoothest shooting. It's the nicest shooting. It's my favorite now.
I just had a guy call the show a little while ago. He's asking about for longer range shots with a pistol, 45-9 or 40. I said, why not a 10? He went, ooh, yeah.
Yeah. The only thing good about velocity is more velocity, right?
That's right. What do they say? Too much velocity is almost enough.
Right.
All right, Mark, thank you so much. I appreciate the update. So now we know what the story is on the Ruger Precision Rifle. So if you go to the
Thank you
website.
very mumuch, Tom, for having us.
Absolutely. You take care. Yeah, if you have a question about it, they got all the details there at Ruger.com /RPR safety. 868-TALK-GUN or just dial Tom Talk Gun. We're open lines if there's something that you would like to talk about. If it has to do with guns, give me a holler. I'll give you the floor.
The hunt is on with the TC Compass from Thompson Center. The TC Compass bolt-action rifle delivers the accuracy, reliability, and functionality you expect from a Thompson Center rifle at a price that matches your budget. Available in your favorite center fire chamberings. All TC Compass rifles have threaded barrels for use with suppressors, compensators, and muzzle brakes. And they're backed by Thompson Center's minute of angle guarantee. Accurate, affordable, American-made. The TC Compass. Find out more at tcarms.com.
There's a reason why police officers trust Spear Gold Dot ammunition over the competition. The same reason you should too. The ultimate expansion and FBI-tested reliability have proven time and again to protect America's finest. Spear Gold Dot is the #1 trusted ammo for police protection. And while it's standard issue for the men and women in blue, it's now available for personal protection. Spear Gold Dot, the gold standard of professional conceal and carry ammunition.
This land, once wild and free, fades now from our memory. But I remember what it was like, what we were like, what we are capable of when we band together. Perhaps more than any other landscape, wetlands embody the life-giving abundance that nature has to offer. And perhaps more than any other organization, Ducks Unlimited is working to ensure that our continent's wetlands not only survive, but thrive for generations well beyond this one. These natural wonders are where waterfowl begin their cycle of life, where the deer and the antelope play, and where we, the people, gather together to see and share what makes the outdoors so great. The time is now to band together with organizations like Ducks Unlimited. The time is now to rescue our wetlands.
The battlefield, where tyranny is laid to rest, where freedom comes of age, and where legends are conceived. Introducing the FN 509 handgun, a direct result of over 1 million rounds of testing, descended from over 125 years of the world's most battle-proven firearms on battlefields both foreign and domestic. The FN 509, a legend in the making. Learn more at fnamerica.com.
Yeah, this comes from the we know that file. Texas campus carry enters second phase. Guy Sagi writes this. Good writer. Talking about it's been a year since students with carry permits could carry concealed handguns on public universities in Texas. Of course, as always, the predictions were blood. Anybody who gets a bad grade, well, just shoot up the classroom. Anybody who has a problem will shoot up the classroom. Well, except for the whole logic thing, of course, which is the ban on concealed carry on campus doesn't stop a psychopath from going on campus and shooting up the place. And so the people who were getting bad grades weren't shooting up anybody. And, oh, yeah, by the way, the only people who could carry there were the ones who had carry permits. You had to be 21, blah, 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 all the rest of it. So it's been a year now. So once again, and it feels like I've been doing this for almost 23 years, because I have been doing this for almost 23 years, saying once again, a year later, zip, nada, nothing. In fact, the Texas Tribune summarized it with, the year was relatively quiet. Since Chris Meyer of Texas A&M told the reporter there was, quote, virtually no impact at all. Texas Tech University President Lawrence Chovanec called the last 12 months amazingly quiet. Yeah. For those who weren't there, jump in the Wayback Machine, our time machine. I'm going to go back 20, 25 years. I think Florida was the first state that really did the concealed carry thing. I mean, that's roughly 25 years ago. And they called it the Gunshine State instead of the Sunshine State. The gun banners and the media said it will be the Gunshine State. And every fender bender, every accident, whatever their excuse, there will be shootouts everywhere. Concealed carry people will shoot everybody. This is insane. It'll be the Wild Wild West. almost every single story mentioned the Wild West. This is not a Wild West state. This is not a Wild West times. This is not the OK, blah, blah, blah. So a year later, after they get concealed carry, we run the story. Nothing, nada, nothing, just nothing happening. State after state after state, as we marched across the country with concealed carry going everywhere. Same predictions everywhere. It's crazy. Every time. It's like, oh, yeah, the blood will run the streets. There'll be accidents. There'll be, what if? I always liken it to two guys sitting over there in the corner arguing about how tall that doorway is. I think it's 6 feet. I think it's 6'7". I think it's 7 feet. What if you went over there with a tape measure and found out? And once you have a track record of Florida, Texas, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, dozens upon dozens upon dozens upon states, and each time we have concealed carry, nothing happens, how in their right minds can they, with the next one, saying, yeah, but what if? How about we talk about what is instead of what if? What has been? What has worked? What has the result been when we had concealed carry? What has the result been with campus carry? Because we have states that have a half a dozen or more years of campus carry. Again, no issues. We have states where teachers can carry. No issues. You mean to tell me that law-abiding people, when they gain the ability to legally carry a gun into a school, do not turn into lunatics? I'm shocked. It is, at first it was frustrating, and then it just became funny. I mean, it just becomes funny, and now the crazy part is, you're seeing the same things. For 25 years, they have been wrong. They have failed. Every time they've said, well, that will result in blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Well, you can't possibly have guns on campus where students are drinking. No. Except that they do in other states. It's not an issue. And in Texas, you have to be 21, or you have to be 18 and be in the active military to get a carry permit. So we're not talking about 17, 18-year-olds in this case, at least 18-year-olds in the military, got a little bit of training, and probably just a little bit of discipline has been beat into them at that point also. It is one of the stranger things. The problem that I see is that not enough of us have pointed out to the media that when they say stupid stuff, to say, hey, that's stupid. You sound like an idiot. Why do you continue to quote this failed narrative from the gun ban industry? It's bewildering what that's all about. Let's go to Lynn real quickly on line 3 out of Hot Springs, Arkansas. Lynn, you're on.
Yes, I'm a home health hospice nurse, and I just wonder what your opinion is of the Smith & Wesson 380 Bodyguard to be able to carry in my scrubs while I'm working.
I like it a lot. I would consider some kind of a belly band under your scrubs would be a really good way to carry. And with that particular pistol, you can get it with the a laser. I think the Crimson Trace laser comes on that. That would be the model I would get. Use good self-defense ammo in a 380, and it is within a hair's breadth of the 9mm in terms of effectiveness. But yeah, I think that would be a pretty decent choice. And good on you to figure out that you got to take care of yourself, because if ever there was a place where you occasionally get the crazy or a lot of anxiety or a lot of stress or a lot of everything else, it's in hospitals. And the very idea that they tell hospital workers you have to be defenseless, you have to actually be willing to die to support our gun ban agenda is immoral and unconscionable. 866-TALK-GUN. What's on your mind? Be right back with more Gun Talk. Talk about denial. You got the Democrats who lost the election in November. And they keep doing the same things that cost them the election. Now they're calling for a return to, let's see, micro-stamping, gun bans, all sorts of gun control things. Honestly, I got to tell you, I think that I know there were a lot of things that cost Hillary Clinton the election, but her open call for gun confiscation, which she did every time she spoke, I think turned off a lot of people, both Democrats and Republicans. Speaking of Republicans, I just got to say, somebody just sent me a note, and I tend to agree. The media still hasn't figured out Donald Trump's really not a Republican. And our vote for him was to say we don't like either of the parties. And so they said, well, the Republicans don't like him. Yeah, you know what? We don't like the Republicans for the most part. We don't like the party. I would say they'll figure it out, but I don't think so. I don't think the media will ever figure it out because they just live in their little bubble, and I don't think they will, they're never going to talk to real people to find out why we voted the way we did. They actually don't think it happened. It's weird. It's really weird. John's out of Pennsylvania on 2. Hey, John, you doing some reloading?
Yeah, Tom, I got a question for you. I've been reloading for a long, long time, and crimping, taper crimp in particular, is new to me. I'm real good on roll crimp with the handguns in the 45-70 where I can see the crimp, but my 40 Smith and my 45 Auto requires a taper crimp, and I can't see how much crimp I'm putting down. Now, in my head, and my head's a scary place, by the way, in my head, if I put too much crimp on the bullet, I've taken a safe load and created a bomb because I've increased the pressure.
Nah, you cannot put enough pressure on it to make that happen. But what you can do is you could conceivably put enough crimp on it to where it won't headspace, because those cases need that case mouth to hit that little bitty ledge on the inside of the chamber, and that's what keeps the cartridge from sliding further into the chamber. And so if it slides in a little bit more, then you lose your headspace, and you've got an issue there. Less is more in this case. All you need is enough crimp to keep the bullets from moving under recoil. So start with almost no crimp, go out and shoot those loads and see if the bullets are moving inside the cartridge case in your magazine, or, and here's the other one, or when you rack the slide and you let it slam forward and it grabs around out of the magazine and slams forward. Now open it up and take a good look at that round, being very careful, of course, doing this, and see if the bullet slipped forward in the case mouth. If so, you need a little bit more tension on it. But all you need is just enough to keep that bullet from sliding inside the case mouth, and you've done everything you need to do.
All right, thank you.
You bet. Good luck with it. I appreciate that. Yeah, headspace. Headspace is whatever in the cartridge case that keeps the round from sliding forward. In typical rifle cases, it's the shoulder. In rimmed cases like revolvers, it is the rim that hits the back of the cylinder. But with a lot of our rimless cases, semi-autos like 9mm 45-40, it's actually the case mouth. The mouth of the cartridge case hits a little bitty ridge, or a shelf, if you will, inside the chamber, and that's what keeps the case from continuing to slide into the chamber. Conceivably, if you crimped it down to the point where you kind of got rid of the case mouth, it was really squished down into the barrel, it could mess up your, just in theory, I don't know if it would, but it could mess up your head spacing. So no need to do that. But when you start crimping it down a lot, then you can get bulges and you cause issues there. All right, tell you what, when we come back, we got some serious stuff to talk about. You've heard about the SIG recall, or voluntary upgrade if you prefer. We'll talk about that with folks from SIG and find out what's going on with this P320 pistol. A lot of people talking about it. A lot of misinformation. We're going to clear up a lot of this for you.